Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. It's Monday night and time for our weekly Q&A. This is your chance to ask any questions that you have, saving money, couponing, budgeting, meal planning. And tonight I'm kind of leaving it up to you. So I told you guys last week I really didn't have a topic. I'd kind of left this weekend open. So we'll see how it works. I usually have a topic for y'all, but lately y'all also keep me hopping with lots of other things. I know I already had one person send a message and say, could we talk more about mobile apps and more about meal planning? Those are two very different topics, but that's the fun part of it. So we'll see how far we get. And we can always do basics on that, or if you've got more in-depth questions, feel free to ask them. So any questions you have, you just stick them in the comments and I will see them, or my husband will see them, and between one of us, he'll make sure I see them. That's kind of his job, and I will try to answer them. That's the goal. So just bear with me as I get to all of them. But we usually do, and we don't usually leave anybody hanging. So as we go through, just so you kind of know the plan and know how this works. So, and hello to everyone who is popping in and saying hi. It's always fun to see you guys. And hopefully, if you don't have any questions, you can learn something new along that route. So Fran saying, I don't even know how to go about getting started with mobile apps. That is one that we really could cover almost weekly. I feel like whenever we or even on other topics, we have folks that are still jumping in to say, hey, can we talk mobile apps? So we can totally go there, and we'll just start off the bat. And Carrie, don't ask me about baseball. My husband could tell you who he is cheering for in that probably, but I didn't even know who was playing until you said that. So that just tells you how clued in I am to baseball. Okay, so we'll just jump into mobile apps. And Tiffany, I see your question on Kroger, but we will try to get to all of them. So hold up on the Kroger question and let me jump in and just start us in mobile apps as we go too. With mobile apps, the best way to do that is by sharing my phone. So you are going to look at my phone, and I keep all of my mobile apps in one little pocket. I'm a little OCD with my mobile apps, just a tad. So they all live in a little bubble. And what I would recommend if you're just getting started, it's kind of a lot to try to take in and to try to handle a ton of different apps. So pick one to get started with. And if I had to tell you which one, it would probably be Ibotta, because right now there are so many offers in Ibotta. So you're going to end up with multiples that you can submit almost every single time that you go to the store. So you get started, you have to set up an account. If you've never used these before, these are mail-in rebates, basically, that you don't have to mail. That's the easiest way to explain it. They're not coming off at the register. They have nothing to do with the store. So I go into Publix, I go shopping in Publix, I buy whatever items I planned on buying in the store, and then I come home and I submit my receipt to Ibotta. So that's the redeem button that's down in that bottom corner, the bottom middle of the app. So if I go to Publix and I buy that Cascadian Farm cereal, which you should, it's free right now. I can go into the store, I can buy it, and then come home and submit my receipt. Now, each offer is for a different value, and each offer can also have a few other things that you need to take note. So this one, for example, is a limit of 5. And it says that underneath the item. You also can see that little gray circle that looks like multiple coupons on top of each other. That's their magical symbol for something that can be redeemed multiple times. So this particular deal, because I know some of you with Publix are like, whoa, what? It's free. Cascadian Farm, I can go into the store right now. We have a new store coupon in the green flyer that just started on Saturday for buy one, get one, Cascadian Farm. We have a printable coupon for Cascadian Farm, so let's use that in the store along with the store coupon. So you're going to use your buy one, get one store coupon, and it's a printable coupon for $1 off too. So use that in the store. You will leave the store paying $2.99 for both boxes. And then you're going to come home and you're going to submit a receipt to Ibotta for 2 boxes. So you're going to get $2 back. And you can actually submit your receipt to Saving Star, which is another mobile app. So in the end, you're going to get $3 back from mobile apps, and you paid $3 in the store. So it ends up being completely free. But again, you still get to use the coupon in the store. You get to still use the store coupon even, and then submit your receipt. So I go to the store, I buy it, and then I come home to submit my receipt. That's the concept of how these are going to work. So the first things I need to do, if you've never used the app, you notice all of these have little check marks next to them because I have gone in and loaded them already. But if I keep scrolling down, you'll see some that I haven't. So here's a complete freebie for a perfect bar. If you go in, they're really $2 right now in most stores. So this is kind of a moneymaker. But I got to hit the plus sign. It always makes you do something. I don't ever read them. Odds are all of the above is right. I don't know what it just said. So just check the boxes. Unlock the offer. Now it has a little green check, and it's good for me to buy the item in the store and then come home and submit the receipt when I get back from the store. So I can buy all of these in the same purchase. And then when I go to redeem my receipt, it's gonna ask me, what'd you buy? And I'm gonna sit there and check off all the things that I've unlocked from that purchase. Gotta unlock them first. And I'm gonna sit there and say that I bought this and I bought this, and then I'm gonna submit my receipt. So we can kind of keep going down the list, checking the little boxes, unlocking things. And once it's unlocked, what I would recommend before you go to redeem your receipt, down at the bottom, you'll see My Offers. So click on it and make sure that everything that you want to redeem is unlocked. So I'm going to click on Publix, and then I'm going to look at every single thing that I've unlocked and make sure if it's here, it's unlocked. If it's not here, it is not unlocked. This is important because if you go to redeem your receipt and you take all the pictures, and then you come back and you decide, I am going to, I forgot this item. I got to delete all of the things I've already done. I have to start over from scratch, go all the way back to the beginning, unlock that offer, take pictures of the receipt again. Just don't do that. Please come to the My Offer section, scroll through, make sure that you have everything unlocked that you plan to redeem, and then let's go ahead and redeem. It's going to make your life much happier to not have to start over. And guys, I've had to start over just within the last 2 months. So it happens to all of us. Just try to learn from my moment of frustration, because it's really, I promise, a frustrating moment to have to start back over. Okay, so I've made sure everything's good. I hit the redeem button. And step one, I don't have a pretend receipt here, but step one is that you take a picture of the receipt, and you'll see it gives you these boxes. It helps you completely line it up so we can pretend that my lovely tablecloth here is a receipt, and we're going to take a picture. It would actually, if I said that I needed more, it would actually see it kept part of the top of my tablecloth. We can try to line them up. That would be very fun. But we can take another one, and it keeps adding them together in our pretend receipt, and we say finish. Don't worry, I'm not going to send them a picture of my tablecloth. But in the end, now I'm to the point where it said, okay, what'd you buy? And I can say I bought this, and I could go all the way up here if I wanted to a limit of 5, and then it's going to want me to scan the barcode. So I recommend with Ibotta and with Savings Star that you not put away your groceries until you've redeemed. So I can sit here and just keep scanning the barcode if I bought 5 boxes until they're all green. You get the idea. So they're all unlocked, they're all happy, and then I could move on to the other items until I've gone through and I've scanned everything that I bought, and then I hit submit receipt, and I'm done. Now, I'm going to actually cancel out because, you don't want to picture my tablecloth, but you get the idea of how this is going to work. When you have all that money that I would have earned from today's purchase, it goes into a little account with Ibotta, and when you have $20 saved up, you can get it out in a PayPal deposit, etc. There are gift cards. There's lots of other options. So that's the gist. Now, that was the slow version. I know for some of you, you've long used Ibotta, but hopefully for those of you who are new, that helps. One other thing I want to show you, and I always try to show this when we talk about it, from the home screen, a big way. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so my husband should get some points here. We're going to redeem an offer just for him. He went to Kroger, and he sends me text messages asking, how does this thing work? He wanted an energy drink in the middle of the day. So he goes to Kroger. He found the deal on Ibotta first. So we will give him points for that, for trying. So we're going to come in. We got to find the energy drink, which this is a tricky one because it is a random barcode. Pretty sure that scanning it isn't going to make it pop in. Let's see. You can try across the top. We're going to go straight to beverages and see if that'll work. So you have your categories up here. That's what I was just scrolling over. And with beverages, what I'm looking for is that there has been a 25-cent on any energy drink. There he is. So we can click it and load it. And these are really kind of, sometimes they're by a brand, so Zevia is paying for this, but a lot of times they're Ibotta, and your fact that you're learning is an Ibotta one. So any energy drink is going to count. It's available at Kroger. And then we're ready to redeem. We've unlocked that one. That's all he bought. So we're ready to take the picture of the receipt. And it would be great if I could get it all in one, but I don't even think I can. And we'll add the section. Well, I guess kind of we did, but we'll go ahead and give them the rest. So, and then finish. And then we bought an energy drink. We'll scan the barcode. And we're ready to add the purchase. That was it. So, collect our 25 cents. There we go. He did it just for y'all. Not really. But he was like, how do I do it? Do I take the picture? I'm like, just bring it home. I'll do it for you. There we go. It's done. It's submitted. And you'll get the money back within 24 hours. So look at that. You guys got, I don't think I've actually ever gotten to do one live with y'all because I've usually long submitted them beforehand. Now, one thing I was going to say before he brought that in, a really good tip. Look in that search bar at the top, and you can see the barcode there. This is the only spot that barcode's on part of the search bar. So if you actually go to the find offers, the barcode part goes away. But if you click that, and I don't want to go through and find Cascadian Farm, I actually can just scan the barcode now, and it will automatically find the offer. So what I would recommend is if you shop with your kids, give this to a kid. Assign them a task of scanning everything in your buggy. Same job in Target with Target Cartwheel, scanning everything. You could have everything unlocked long before you got home, and you don't have to do that part because they made sure that everything that went in the buggy got scanned. You know whether or not there's an offer. It's just going to save you a lot of time in the end. One other thing to mention before we move on this and move to other questions is that there are some stores, I just want you to be aware of that are not receipt-based. So Bilo, Food Lion, Harris Teeter, Rite Aid, Lowe's Foods. There's a lot of them just in the South that if I go to Bilo and I buy things, Bilo, as long as I've unlocked it in the store, Bilo will tell Ibotta what I've bought and I will get that money back. I don't have to submit anything. Now with Bilo, you actually do have the option to still upload a receipt, but a number of the stores you don't. So if I go Food Lion, it is totally card-based. I would never have a chance to upload a receipt here. The same with Lowe's Foods. So if you like to upload receipts, you can still have that option with Bilo, but it actually makes it really easy. And Ibotta is not the only app that does that. So Saving Star, CVS is card-based at Saving Star. Super, super easy to get that money back. And they all work the same. So once you understand Ibotta, you're really ready to jump in and start to move on to multiple apps. But this is a great one to get started with because they have so many offers all in the same app together. So hopefully that helps. If you've got other specific questions, just ask and we'll gladly go back to Ibotta too. So I am going to, yes, and Paige, thank you. So I just saw your comment too. For the bonuses in Ibotta, that 25-cent one that they apply to any product, not specifically to a brand, they do not count towards Ibotta bonuses. So the month bonus where you've got a certain amount of rebates to redeem, or if they're running a weekend bonus, any items do not qualify for that. So don't get super excited thinking that you're going to earn them because you would really be frustrated when you didn't. Okay, so some other questions to jump back in. Let's see. Oh, sorry, kind of struggling here. Oh, there we go. So I know there was one on Kroger. So Kroger digital questions. I remember seeing yours anyway, and now I've kind of lost it. I'm trying to go back, and it was so long ago. I should have answered it when I saw it. I think your question was digitals versus, oh, there we go. Can you use a digital and manufacturer's coupon? My local store will not allow it and even has signs on registers. So Tiffany, normally no. If I have a Kroger digital coupon, it is a manufacturer's coupon. And it can be really frustrating because you went to Kroger's site, you feel like this should be a store coupon, but really it is a manufacturer's coupon. So I can't use a paper coupon along with it. The exception being their 5-time use coupons. Those are actually store coupons and will even come off with traditional digital coupons. So if you had a store coupon for General Mills 5-time use and a manufacturer's coupon for General Mills digital, they would both come off on the same purchase. But that's the only exception is Kroger 5-time use coupons. Okay, let's see. SP Marsh is asking about freezing items. You wrap it in saran wrap and then in heavy duty foil and haven't had any issues. Would I be better to use the vacuum seal systems? You know, if you're not having issues with it, I don't know that you need to change your system. It's really what's working for you. So if you're happy, I would stick with it. The main focus is making it where no oxygen can get into your meat. Because that's what causes freezer burn. So that's the concept of the vacuum seal, is removing the air away from the meat. But if you're doing a great job of smashing down that saran wrap and smashing down that aluminum foil on top of it, then I would just stick with what's working for you. Let's see. So my CVS store manager told employees that 1 per purchase and 1 per transaction are the same thing. What can I do to try to explain the difference to him? So, Archer, what I would say, the easiest way to explain it to them is to show them a P&G coupon. And it makes me wonder, I think I have some P&G coupons handy here that were in a recent one. So now that we have all of these wordings, actually these aren't yet, let's even say it. So when we have coupons that specifically come out and say both in the same coupon. So the red wording on here, I know you can't read it, but the red wording is limit 1 coupon per purchase. And then in black, it's no more than 1 identical coupon per household. So they're giving you both in this situation. A P&G is more ideal because the P&G says limit 2 identical coupons per person and then limit 1 per purchase. So you get both of those wordings on the same coupon. And you would be stuck there with that store manager being like, so which one is it, buddy? He's just got to realize that he has it wrong. And the other option would be to call CVS corporate and complain, and they will call him and kind of re-educate him if that's what needs to happen. But the P&G coupons should be enough right there, since so many of them are limit 2 per person, and then they still say limit 1 coupon per purchase. So you've got it both sides there. What's the app on my phone that has the lime swirl? So that is a meal planning app. And I'll pop back in. It is called Meal Lime. I don't use it a ton, but it can be fun, and it's free, but you have to pay if you want their premium features, and I don't do that. So you'll see some things that I don't have, but these are like these are the meals that I've kind of saved to my my app recently. But you can come in and say, I want to make a new meal plan, and you can pick whatever you want. Anything that says pro, that's what you have to pay for. Don't pay for them. Just get the name of the meal and then Google it. You'll find lots of recipes around. But if I said, oh, wow, I will totally do some beef and broccoli, and you just sit there and make the plus signs next to the things that look good, if you've never used this app. Balsamic chicken. We're having salmon and Capri salad later on this week. These all look delicious. So I can load everything. I haven't had dinner yet tonight, though, so everything looks really, really good. And there we go. These all look very keto-ish. And then I hit done. And once you hit done, it kind of pulls it all in to say that this is your meal. and it pulls it to a grocery list. So you're good, which makes it super, super easy. So if you've never used that one, again, this is called Meal Lime. So it's like meal time. And that's why it has that little lime symbol on it. Free. Don't pay for the pro version unless you just desperately can't Google things. But everything in there you can Google and find the recipe versus having to pay for it in the app. That is that one. Okay. Can you do Ibotta on a tablet? So Linda, I want to say no. That you will not even find it in like the iTunes store under iPad. It's only available in the iTunes store for iPhones, or it has in the past. I've not gone searching for it recently, but it's just all around. It's an iPhone or a smartphone app generally. However, Saving Star and Checkout 51 you can both do from a computer. So if you don't have a smartphone, those are two apps that you can use with no issues whatsoever. So Saving Star and Checkout 51 work exactly like Ibotta, just don't have quite as many offers. And let's see. So what do I use to get airplane tickets? So Laurie, there are a couple of websites that I would recommend to help you get deals on airplane tickets. And to jump into those, let's see, let me slide this over so you can see it. Skiplagged is one that I have used and enjoy in terms of finding deals. I was trying to find a flight for somebody. It's impossible to find a flight for somebody around Thanksgiving. But let's say that I wanted to go from Charlotte to... we need to go somewhere in the middle. I just want to go somewhere little, just Charlotte to Atlanta, not over Thanksgiving. Just pick random dates and search flights. What Skiplagged does is it looks for flights that end somewhere else, and you actually can get a really good cost or a really good price. So this flight, for example, leaves from Charlotte, goes to Atlanta. Technically, it found a cheaper one, so it just jumped at the bottom. Technically, that flight goes on to Newark. So that Atlanta was really a layover, but you're going to leave the airport. That's the concept of Skiplagged. Now, if you choose this, I cannot check a bag, but it does make for some pretty sweet prices. Or you can go around the corner and back again. If you'd like to go all the way to Atlanta or Orlando for 6 hours and then back to Atlanta, you can save $5. I don't know. But that's the concept of Skiplagged. It does find some that are directs, but usually they're not the cheapest. So here's a direct. Not technically the cheapest as some of these others. And it's not that significant of a price because I picked two airports that are maybe like 2.5 hours from each other. But you can sit there and play with that one. So that is Skiplagged. The other site that I would recommend is actually Google Flights. And if you've not ever played with it, Google actually wrote the program that all of the airline companies use. And then they turned it to a forward consumer-facing program for us. So you're basically using the exact ticketing system when you use Google Flights. You can purchase through Google Flights, but a lot of times I'll pop out. I'll find the ticket that I want and then pop out and get it through the airline. But here, they give you a lot of options. So you could say, I want to go, I don't want to leave from Raleigh. I always fly from Charlotte. So I want to leave from Charlotte and let's go to France. It said try France. I like that idea. And then I can actually get really creative if I don't care when I want to go. We could put in January. Let's not travel on New Year's. Here we go. So we're going to go done. And then if I don't like those dates, I can sit here and play with anything that I want. So maybe I just want to show me a week trip sometime in the next 6 months. Show me the cheapest place I can go. See, it's giving me lots of options. So we can go to Paris. Sometimes you'll find that going into Europe, if you end up at a much smaller airport, somewhere way far away, you get a really, really great rate. But you can play with it. You can play with the dates. You can play with anything that you were looking at. How long do I want the trip to be? Is it cheaper if I go in March versus going in January? And that's just fun. If you've got some flexibility, especially if you're just talking vacation, you don't really care when you're going to go. It also will let you look by dates. If I wanted to look at specific dates, it'll let you, and it probably would like me to actually put in a place and not France. So let's say I wanted to go to San Francisco. And then I can play with the calendar, and I will see right here, and that might be super tiny for you guys, but it shows me which date is actually the cheapest day to fly out of. So if I wanted to fly out on November 14th, it's $246 versus flying out on November 15th, it's $325. So that's the fun part of Google Flights and getting to see all that data. You can just sit there and go month by month, and it fills in all the next prices on all of those. So probably way more of an answer than you wanted on saving on flights, but those two websites alone are pretty sweet. And then talking about rental cars, folks were asking, how do we save on rental cars while we're on flights? There are a few ways that you can do that. One thing with rental cars that I would recommend is always looking at cash back. So Ebates, any of the big cashback sites, a lot of them, when you look at Orbitz or you look at the other travel booking programs, their cashback is super, super tiny. But then when you look at the fine print, it says except on rental cars. And then the cashback is usually huge. It can be upwards of like 10% on rental cars. So always going through a cashback site, even if you end up at the rental car site, the travel sites like Orbitz, Priceline, usually have a much better rate than going directly through the rental company. And then typically, you may not like this, but the smaller the rental company, typically the better of the deal as well. Now, one other way to save on rental cars is to see if you've hit like membership level status with an airline or a hotel firm. Sometimes that will flow over and give you status and actually give you discounts with rental companies. So we have Marriott Platinum status. I haven't even stayed in a hotel in the last 6 months, but we have Platinum Lifetime status. So we've got it forever, and that flows over and gives us Hertz Gold status, which does give us discounts at Hertz and other perks. Now, again, I don't rent cars very often either, but it does make me more likely to look at Hertz first if I was looking for a deal. There are lots of coupon codes that are out there, so always go on a hunt for coupon codes for rental cars as well. And just kind of going down the list, also check your own car insurance, because most of the time you're covered. If you're the driver, you don't need their above and beyond insurance, but you need to check with your car insurance policy first, and make sure you're cleared, but always waive the extra if you can. Okay, so to jump back in, other questions. Let's see. Oh, Anna, that's so exciting. So Anna actually flew over here and came to a workshop from Las Vegas, but it's exciting that you're finally going to come to the South and get to experience Publix. Let's see. Oh, the Perfect Bar. I don't know if, Carrie, if anyone answered you in the comments, but the Perfect Bar is sold in the dairy section. And for me, in my store, you've got all the yogurts, and then you hit the sour cream, and it's right on the edge of yogurts and sour cream, and they're sold in little boxes with the bars right there. So hopefully that will help. I actually have a picture of them that I could go digging for, but it would probably take me too long to find. But hopefully that will help. Let's see. So Mandy says, my son's telling everyone he wants a Mario tablet, aka Nintendo Switch from Santa. When would be the best time to get this, Black Friday or Cyber Monday? So probably the best time is going to be heading in for the crazy deals and the lowest prices. Some of the stores we're going to see do like a Black Friday guarantee on those big Nintendo items. So if you're worried that it is something that is going to sell out, that's my only hold up on waiting, would be going ahead and grabbing those. And we are seeing some Nintendo deals already. I would watch for one in particular. I don't know if you have a Target Red Card, but when Target releases their Black Friday ad, the day they release their Black Friday ad, they always release a number of deals specifically for Target Red Card holders, and Nintendo's in the past have always been part of that. So that would help you. That's weeks before, numerous weeks before Black Friday. That would actually help you get those items earlier. Last year, it was about 10 to 15 different items that they went ahead and released at the Black Friday prices for red card holders only. So if you don't have a red card, I mean, it's a debit card. You don't have to have a credit card, but if you don't have one, maybe finding someone that did so that you could have access to those. Does anyone else have problems with the Walmart only mobile offers not being in the store when you go for them? It's very frustrating. So Paige, definitely on the offers, especially the ones that like the Layla yogurts or Lala, however you want to say that come out to be free. Those tend to go quickly. They don't have them in every store. What I've noticed too is that we've run across a lot of newer products that aren't sold in every market. So what I would do first, before you go is pull up the Walmart app. If you are making a trip specifically for one of those deals, pull up the Walmart app, and then you would be able to search in the Walmart app to see whether or not it was sold in that store. It's not always super good with refrigerated items, but it does work pretty well with just random things throughout the store. So let's see. Let's go back here and see if we can find. I know they always have things that are free. My mom could chat me some of them right off the top of her head, probably, since she enters them all. They always jump out with their big red picture. And then none of them are right there. Oh, well. Okay, so let's come in here, and I mentioned the Lala. So if we type in what we're looking for in the Walmart app, and then right now it says on walmart.com, which is kind of silly, but you can click at the top over to at your store, and I'll see not only my store, I'll also see where it is in the store, and then I see limited stock or out of stock. So they don't even have the mango. They have a little bit of something else, but it gives you an idea before I got to the store whether or not they were going to have that in there. The Target app does the same thing. If you click over to at your store only, you'll be able to see supply and the aisle that it's on as to whether or not it's even sold in that store. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Oh, and Paige, yes. So Paige says, I don't like the card-based stores with Ibotta because if you buy multiples of the item, it usually gives me credit for one and not all. So what you can do, I know it's frustrating to have to do this follow-up, but you can submit a support ticket with them every single time and say, hey, I bought 4 of those and it only gave me credit for one. Save your receipt. They'll ask you to send them a picture of their receipt, and then you will get the credit for it. Do keep in mind, they take about 3 days to respond to support tickets on average. Sometimes it's a little more than that, but they are usually really good about fixing it. So if you are in a card-based store, if that's your only option, then you can still get that money back. So don't be discouraged. There is a solution. I just know it's an extra step. Let's see. What's the best way to cash out with Savings Star, PayPal or the bank account? So Rhonda, when I teach a workshop, this is how I put it. I totally say go with the bank account. And the reason for that is realizing who owns Savings Star. So Savings Star is owned by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which is a bank. And Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, in case you didn't know, is owned by the U.S. government. They were bought in a bailout during the recession. So the U.S. government already knows your bank account. You might as well just do the direct deposit. You're good. But we've been direct deposit with Savings Star for probably the last 7 or 8 years. They're the oldest mobile app that's out there, and have never had issues. It works just fine, and you have your money super fast. And Wendy, yes, this week is the Publix gas card week. It starts Wednesday when the ad starts and runs through until Sunday, like a normal week. And it's a good ad for that too. There's a lot of good things. Let's see. Yeah, and Karen, I totally agree. So Karen was just sharing her savings. If you guys haven't used Kroger ClickList, folks always ask, can you use coupons with that? Can you get good savings? Kroger ClickList is probably one of the best order online and pick up grocery programs that have that are out there. Harris Teeter also offers something very similar. Lowe's Foods does as well, but Kroger just has a ton of digital coupons. And so you can load all of those. They come off automatically when you pick up your groceries, but you can still bring paper coupons as well to Kroger ClickList. So when they come out to get your groceries, you can send them in with your paper coupons. They'll ring those up and then they'll come back out with a new receipt. So between all of those, paper and electronic coupons, huge savings without really having to, be in the store. And they still work with mega events. I've done a video on it. So if you head to YouTube and look on youtube.com/Southern Savers, I think it might also be in our Facebook videos too, but you can kind of see all the tips that I would recommend for doing that. Okay, I've got a few of you that are asking about keto. So for us with keto, it's going pretty well. I actually took a picture of my husband today. He was drilling a new hole in a belt because, we're a little on the frugal side. I probably could splurge and let him buy a new belt, but I'm all for drilling new holes on belts. It's a fun moment. For both of us, going really well. And I would say the hardest part was the batch of cinnamon rolls that we made for our cross-country runners this weekend and avoiding those. So the cravings don't go away. Whoever says they go away, they don't go away. But once you start to get used to the food options, you don't really think about what you're missing anymore. So we have lots of meats and lots of green vegetables, and it's been pretty easy after that. Let's see. Oh, and so SP Marsh is saying, would I consider sharing why we chose the keto diet as well? Honestly, I had looked at it for a long time and decided I wasn't going to do keto because I didn't think my husband would. And then randomly he decided to do it all on his own. So he would need to come on and tell you the why on that one. I actually thought it would be a great diet for both of us, but convincing, your husband to do things, it's not always so easy. So he decided to do it on his own. And all for him, he's already tried for years to be gluten-free. So I would say it's probably easier for him, where for me, like, just give me every piece of bread there is and I would eat it right now. He's not had that desire in a while, so he probably struggles a little less. But I just kind of jumped on because he was doing it and I was already having to cook meals for him. So this way I only had to cook one set of meals for both of us. But it is going pretty well. We've already kind of talked about what our plans will be when we hop off, because I don't really want to do this long term. I like fruit, and keto does not involve fruit at all. So I think that's where our plan will be, is to kind of take a modified, it's almost like blending keto and Whole30 or keto and paleo, but adding some fruit back in once we hit the point where we don't need to lose weight anymore. And I've heard from a lot of folks, for men anyway, that they won't stop losing weight until they add carbs back in. I wish that was our problem. So that will probably be where he goes as well, as adding fruit back in. But both of us probably still trying to stay out of no added sugars and no increase in massive amounts of carbs. It definitely helps your energy throughout the day. I will give it, it has a lot of pluses all the way around, but that's the biggest one. Okay. So Paige, to jump back in on travel, to go back into another travel related question, ways to save on hotels. So Paige, you've got a lot of websites that you can go to there. You don't want to have their credit card. That's fine. I would say to start with Hotwire and Priceline. They're still two great resources for trying to name your own price. So starting there and seeing if you can find something in the price range that you're looking for. If you can't, then it may end up coming that we need to kind of branch out and look at cities outside of the big city, or hotels that are not necessarily the big name brands, but next door and the same quality. But starting with Priceline and Hotwire is a good way to get an idea of what the prices are in the area. And honestly, lately, the other thing I would check is always looking at Airbnb and VRBO and making sure that they aren't actually cheaper, especially Airbnb. There are a ton of Airbnb rooms that'll be the same price as hotel rooms. We were in New York this past summer, and that was the case. The Airbnbs were they were cheaper than some hotel rooms in mid-July, which is peak season in New York. So just being creative is usually your first big tip. Beyond that, being loyal is another one that I usually recommend. And I know, again, you don't have to have the credit card to be loyal, but being loyal, they do offer discounts and guarantees on best prices when you book directly through the hotel company. A lot of the big brands do. So Marriott and Hilton, if I go directly through Marriott's site and book the hotel room, but then I hop over to Orbitz and I find the room cheaper, Marriott would honor that cheaper price. So that can help too in terms of just making sure you have the best price that's out there. But a lot of times when it comes down to hotel rooms, it's location and it's dates. Can I play when my trip is? Can I mess around with those dates and make it cheaper possibly? And can I play around with possibly not being in the dead center of town, but commuting in on bus systems or, whatever it is. When you think of New York, you could be anywhere in New York and you can get to wherever you need to get to really, really easy. So I don't need to sleep in Times Square. You're not going to sleep in Times Square if you did get a hotel room in there. You might as well try to be a little further out, further down the peninsula in a sense, and you're going to get a much cheaper room. Okay. Are there any good diaper deals right now? So Crystal, yes, they're on sale in CVS. This is an item search question, so you could totally just go there and hit in diapers. But where I would probably point you this week is actually to Target. Target is running the in-ad coupon this week for a $20 gift card back when you buy $100 worth of baby gear. Includes diapers, formula, food, wipes, all that stuff. So grab $100 worth. You're going to get $20 back, and that's 20%. And then start throwing in the coupons because that $100 is before coupons. So after coupons, you can get a pretty good price. There are a number of good Target Cartwheel offers on Pampers. So since we were talking apps, I can pull up Cartwheel and we can at least go there for just a second. But in Target Cartwheel, when you're in the Target app, Cartwheel is the third down. If you've never used this, and you can actually just go straight to baby. So you can see all the offers that are there for baby. But they've had $3 off Pampers coupons and various other ones. So a lot of these are just savings, these 10%. They get to be paired with manufacturer's coupons. They make for some pretty good deals. But then the $1 off ones are actually manufacturer's coupons. So just so that we're all clear on what we're looking at. And I'm trying to see if those Pampers are still there. They were out. There we go. So we've got $3 off Pampers Baby Dry, $2 off Baby Dry, the $5 off Pures. These are all great. So I buy $100 worth of diapers. I can use all of these one time. They're just like using a paper coupon, but $100 worth of diapers, and then just start adding in the cartwheels. You're going to pay a lot less than $100, but you're still going to get the gift card back. So it is probably going to be the better option if you're wanting to make a larger purchase. If you don't want to go to the store even, you can do this deal online. So you can head to Target.com. You can order $100 worth of diapers. You can't use the cartwheel offers that way, but you'll still get the gift card if you wanted to as well. Interesting. So Mama Maid said, I heard from CVS that they're going to change the extra care bucks until you have to wait until the next day to use them. So, I've had a number of people emailing me what cashiers have been saying lately for CVS, and it's humorous because they're all different. I think that we're at the point where cashiers just feel like there's got to be something wrong with the system. But humorously, Extra Care Bucks has been around the longest. Extra Care Bucks, the whole system, has been around for over 15 years now. So CVS has made some tweaks to it, and 10 years ago even, we used to have limits of 5 on everything. And now it's pretty rare to see anything that's above a limit of 1. So they've definitely kind of shrunk it down, but I don't think you're going to see them make any drastic changes. So one that I've recently been emailed is that they're going to make the purchases be after the $30 purchase requirement be $30 after you've used all your coupons. That's not going to happen, guys. Don't worry about it. The other one is yours in that they're going to give you that 24-hour activation until you can use them. I don't expect that to happen either in 2019. I can reach out. I reached out on the last one to the folks that I know in CVS marketing, but they're usually really quick to let me know when they're making changes so that we can try to be ahead of the kind of PR nightmare that changes make. And I haven't heard a thing from them on it. So I'm not anticipating any large changes for 2019 on extra care bucks. I think if you want to see CVS crack down on things, what you're going to see is them crack down on the number of offers or the number of store coupons that are coming out, long before they start to crack down on redemption and how redemption works. So I think we'll be okay. But cashiers are probably their number one problem on starting rumors. And I think it's cashiers who get frustrated by couponers and they like to watch couponers scramble. So they just say things. So how do I get to be 100% digital at CVS? I found out how to get my extra care bucks digital, but the last time I was there was only one thing digital. Yes. So here's the thing, Paige. With being digital at CVS, I just left Target up the whole time we were talking there. So with CVS and going digital, the coupons that will be in the CVS app for you are not all of the coupons that are going to print. So I've got all my CVS coupons here. If I can load them all straight to my card if I wanted to, and I can use them. But this week, for example, there are 2 coupons that are advertised in the weekly ad. A $2 off any Colgate toothpaste and a $3 off 3 Hershey's candy. That is printing for every single person at the coupon center. And those offers are never in the mobile app. So I don't know why. It's like they're still forcing you to go to the coupon center just for those offers. But everything else, except for the ones that are specifically advertised to be in everybody's account, will be paperless for you, Paige. So you're still gonna make the stop at the coupon center, but it's still just gonna print one thing maybe. Some weeks it prints nothing, and it reminds me that I'm paperless, and it prints out a list of everything that I have loaded, but it doesn't print out any offers. So you just still keep your habit of stopping, and hopefully it'll only be those 1 or 2 for you without any other issues. Oh, good. I'm glad, Julia. So, it can be overwhelming as you try to dive in. Really just start small. So pick the store that you want to go to. What I tell folks is try to pick 10 items. So go to the Publix list, for example, if that's your store, and pick 10 items that are on the Publix list. Let's find the coupons for those 10 things and let's go to the store. Because if you try you will get overwhelmed. If you try to load like 30 or 40 things, and you'll spend hours getting that list together. I did this when I was first starting, and the kids are like destroying the house behind you and getting to a point where they're beating each other. It felt like just 10 things. Get the coupons for them and head to the store. You'll be a lot less overwhelmed and a lot less frustrated. You're kind of setting yourself up for a win. It went great. We got our 10 items. All the coupons worked. And then we can kind of branch out and add a little bit more the next time. And get bigger and bigger, but that's going to be probably the easiest way to get started. Just short and sweet and simple. And Natalie, I missed yours. I'm sorry, scrolling back through. So good deals on high chairs. So Natalie, I'm going to point you to Target as well, because Target also has 2 other in-ad coupons that you can use for gift cards back on nursery furniture and gear. So high chairs are included in that. And you can go to town. Now, those are larger, and I'm questioning even the values off the top of my head, but I think one of them is $20 with a $150 furniture purchase. It might be more than that. And the other is with a $250 purchase. So if you were just needing a high chair, it may be too much more than you're really needing to spend, but at least start there and see. The other place that I would keep an eye on is Amazon, because we do see daily deals or just regular markdowns for some of the big brands on Fisher-Price and other baby gear things. Those markdowns will usually only last a short period of time though. So you want to just keep an eye on what are the gold box deals today, or just kind of logging in and keeping an eye on just that one high chair if you've already picked out the one you're looking for, or if you even care. That would be probably the 2 best. And Mayra, I see yours on when's a good time to get started with Zaycon. There is no Zaycon anymore. They have gone out of business. So you can kind of jump in and just try to find a place that's selling bulk meat near you. In our area, we have a restaurant supply store called the Chef Store. So that is where we get all of our meat from now. but there is no more Zaycon to get bulk meat from. Okay, Aaron, I love this question. For mobile apps, once I've activated a rebate, so I've saved it basically, like we did with Ibotta on Saving Star or any of the other ones, can it go away? So yes and no, and it depends on the app. So you specifically said Saving Star, so to jump to Saving Star, if I load it on Saving Star, it's mine. It's mine forever until the coupon expires, which is awesome. So you should come in and load any that you want. Just a regular habit of clicking that plus sign and going to town and loading any that you think you will possibly use. I'm obviously not going to go buy those pairs because they expire today, but we loaded them. You get the idea. So let's load them all. I don't tend to load the ones that are Walmart only because I can't really tell you the last time I went shopping in Walmart. But any of these others, if these Dove items went away, no one else would see them, but you still have them loaded. They're still in your cart. So you can see all the ones I loaded at the beginning of the month. They're good until October 31st. But if you came in, these probably wouldn't still be there for you on every single item. I've got that Cascadian Farm in there. So load away with Saving Star. Now, other apps, Checkout 51 and Ibotta. I can unlock them, but it does not save them for me. So if it is a high value offer, it's probably going to be gone quickly. And I would, if you're going to buy that specifically because of the Ibotta offer or the Checkout 51 offer, I would totally check and make sure that it is still available before you make the purchase in the store. And for some of those, like Checkout 51 recently had $4, $5 off offers for Dove dry spray deodorants and other really high value offers. I would always come in and check before you purchase it. So for example, Suave Men, oh, that's not what we clicked on. This one, 0 remaining. So if you went in and you tried to buy the free Suave at Target this week, you can't. It's not free. The offer's gone. Target has a gift card deal on Suave that if you redeemed this 3 times, made the Suave come out to be free, but it doesn't have any left. Doesn't matter if you'd unlocked it or not, you wouldn't have access to it. So it is just Saving Star that lets you do that. However, to jump out of mobile apps and into digital coupons, this is one that I try to hammer into people's heads, but digital coupons for grocery stores are exactly the same way. So you need to get into a habit of coming in and loading in Publix and Kroger, wherever you're shopping, loading any digital coupons that you know you want because they do go away. And for Publix, go to town, load them all. Publix doesn't double coupons. So my 50-cent paper coupon and my 50-cent digital coupon are the same value. It doesn't matter which one I'm using, but I have it versus it's gone when I go to load it to use it for the store sales. So I'm going to skim and see if I can remember what is on sale in the new ad. But one, for example, Pampers wipes are a super good price starting Wednesday in the Publix ad. So if I come in and I want to search for Pampers, you can't do this on Publix's website, but you can with their app. So I want to search for Pampers and I want to load 50 cents off of Pampers wipes. You can do the $1 Pamper Aqua Pure too, but there aren't as many in the package. So I don't really care. They're just wipes. That's all I need. So I've loaded it. I get to use a store coupon with that too. We've got a $2 off Pampers store coupon. It's in the database on Southern Savers. And then they're going to be on sale, $2 off of the big pack. So it makes a big 216 count pack of wipes, $2.49. It's a pretty sweet price. So I can come in and load any that are going to correspond with the sale now. I have them. They're mine. If that Pampers Wipes coupon goes away, they give them all away. I don't have to worry about it. The same for, there's the Cascadian Farm. I mean, we can just make sure we've got them all if we wanted for Wednesday's ad. So come in and load it. And then if all of you decide to go get free Cascadian Farm now, I have mine. And you can't take it from me. So the same with all of the other digital store coupons. So digitals and then saving stars. Those are the ones you want to make sure that you unlock so that you have them. Okay. Oh, and then Shanna's saying, don't go 100% digital at CVS. So Shanna, it definitely has quirks when you go 100% digital. You have to make sure that you go in and you load all of your extra care bucks. But one of the reasons that I have been kind of just finally giving up and telling folks it has its perks is that you can control all of your store coupons, because I can load them when I want to my account, which is on Saturdays. So if I go in and I load them at the end of this week, it pushes all their expiration dates until the end of next week. And then I've got all of next week's coupons that come in on Sunday. So versus if I am not digital, I am on paper in CVS. As soon as I go to the coupon center, they're all going to print at the coupon center day one, and they're all going to expire a week from when they printed. But if I'm digital, I can extend that expiration date. I didn't plan on using them this week, but I can still save them in case I ended up using them next week. That's the only option to be able to do that, is if you were paperless. You do not have that option if you're still getting them at the coupon center. So there's pros and cons to all of it, but it's definitely, if you're wanting more store coupons to pair in with your manufacturer's coupons, then going paperless, that is the biggest incentive to do that. Okay, so Yeshi says, how do I know if a coupon is a copy? And the Kroger cashier said that it had the same number, which means that it's a copy. So Yeshi, let me pull one up and I will show you what it looks like. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to print some coupons really quick. And the printables that come up, when you print them, they all have a barcode that is unique on every single one. So let me see if you guys can see this page. Yeah, yay. I like it when things work. So coupons.com has a preview available so we can see things, but this barcode right there, and I know that's really tiny for you, is going to have a different number on every single coupon that prints. So if you're looking at a coupon and it has the exact same number as another offer, then it is a copy. Now, I had someone actually send me a message about this earlier today. If I went right here and I said copies to, and then I hit print, I just made a copy all on my own. It's going to print two coupons that are identical to each other. So you're allowed 2 of each printable coupon, but the only way that you can get them is to hit print and then to come back through and hit print again. So I've got to go all the way back through, select the coupons, and then print the coupons again. So just so you kind of see what you're looking for, but it's this number right here. On other programs that aren't coupons.com, some of them have a box right here, or sometimes even down here, but it still has a unique code. That is what you can kind of use to show the cashier that it isn't a copy. So if they did have different numbers, then that's really, really easy to prove to them. But that's what they're looking for. So hopefully that helps, and hopefully you were in the right and they were looking at the wrong thing. Okay. What grocery store do I think consistently has the best deals? So Calliope, I would say for me in our area, it's between Publix and Bilo, kind of neck and neck. And lately I've probably been grabbing more of our deals in Publix with a bunch of store coupons paired in with manufacturer's coupons. But Bilo has weeks where they totally bring it and they beat the Publix ad for sure, with Bilo still doubling coupons. They'll take all of Publix's coupons. So it really comes down to the store policy. Do you have a store that doubles coupons? Do you have a store that accepts competitor coupons? They're going to end up winning over the stores that don't do those things. So that's kind of why Bilo becomes neck and neck for me with Publix. They both have a ton of buy one, get ones. Publix has been winning just lately because I feel like a lot of their store coupons have been nicely pairing in with their sales. But a lot of times we end up using Publix store coupons in other stores as a competitor because Publix doesn't put them on sale. It's just been a little unique here lately that they have been pairing them in with sales, and no complaints whatsoever. Brady says, I've got Publix and Kroger right next to each other, and Kroger always ends up being rude and crazy about everything. Is it possible to only shop at Publix? So Brady, yeah. I haven't done a big Kroger trip. Well, I have done one this year, maybe two big Kroger trips all year. Kroger has not been my store since we moved. The nearest Kroger is about 25 minutes away. Just not where I go. So you could totally head to Publix and just pretend that Kroger doesn't exist, and you'll do just fine. Kroger, runs baby wipes for 99 cents for the one size packs. You're about to get a 3-pack of those in Publix for $2.49. It's actually cheaper than 99 cents a piece. So, you're going to end up getting very similar deals. I tend to actually, my brain functions better with the BOGO promotion model versus the mega event model. I can find the sales easier. I can understand them easier. So it's just my happy place. But just pick the store that's working for you. And I would say if it's not frustrating and they're not being rude, then that would be my store too. I would be right there with you. And Kelly says, have I checked out Honey yet? And what's my thought on it? So Kelly, I'm not a huge fan of the programs that have you download a browser that's tracking you on every purchase. That's what Honey's doing. And it's really beneficial for them. So you need to keep that in mind because they're tracking you on the purchase. When you make the purchase, they're really turning that purchase into an affiliate purchase for them. And then they're splitting the savings with you. So I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of always being tracked all the time. So I don't use any of those browser extensions. You can if you want. That's just kind of my 2 cents on it. And Calliope, what do I think about Fetch Rewards? So Fetch is a easy app to use as well. It is not dollar for dollar like we're used to on Saving Star and Ibotta. It's points. So you'll redeem an offer and you'll get 750 points for redeeming it instead of, that would be like 75 cents basically. But when you do redeem offers in Fetch, just keep in mind that there's not a lot. So right now, I think there's 7, maybe. Oh, looks like they loaded 1 or 2 new ones in there. So when you're looking at Fetch and we pull this up, you've got 1,000 points back when you buy Jell-O no bake desserts. That's $1. It's not bad, but it is on 1,000 points equals $1 basis. When you redeem it, then you get those points back in your account and you can turn those points in for gift cards. That's the only way to cash out in Fetch is with gift cards, but it's actually really easy. So when you cash out and you redeem for a gift card, you have the code for that gift card within a minute. So it's no real long wait to be able to get your code. But it's going to take you a little bit to get there. If you're going with some of these smaller offers, like 250 points in Philadelphia. They do allow you, however, to cash out when you hit 3,000 points, which is $3. So you can get a $3 gift card. You don't have to wait around for that $20 cash out moment. So you've got 1,500 right there with Axe. That's $1.50. You get 2,000 when you sign up if you use someone's sign up code, which I will gladly stick mine in the comments if anyone wants to use it. But you get the idea. So you get your bonus to start with, and then really redeeming any one of these is going to set you over that $3 threshold. So yeah, if by chance you do want to use it, I'll stick ours in. So it is N0REC. So it's like no rec. I don't know. They give you a code. You don't get to pick it. But that is our code. If you'd like to use it, you're welcome to. And you get 2,000 bonus points when you first sign in and submit your first receipt. But across all the mobile apps, just to kind of like bring it back to where we started on that, I would still, if you're just getting started, don't try to get your brain around all of them all at one time. Just pick one app and get started with Ibotta. Figure it out. Get started with just the routine of I go to the store, I buy the items, I use coupons on the items, and then I come home and I submit the receipt. Because if you're trying to keep up with 3 or 4 apps and you're trying to learn it all, it's too much. You'll kind of feel like you're drowning. Also remember that the mobile apps are on the Southern Savers shopping list. So they're lined up with the things that you already plan on grabbing. So hopefully that's enough to remind you that they're there so that you remember to submit them when you get home. But those are just to keep it a little bit more simple and not go super overboard. It's going to help you all the way. Okay, I think that I've hit everybody's questions which just makes me happy. I like to stay up on everybody. Are the points with Fetch before or after coupons? They are before. So you still get to use coupons in the store with Fetch, Kelly, really with most of the mobile apps. Checkout 51 is the only mobile app that is super, super snotty about using coupons with their mobile app. And they specifically state that on most of the offers. But every other one, you can use a coupon and submit the app. You will always get the money back for those products. The exception being in Target and Walmart with Savings Star, because Target and Walmart on their receipts line up the offer right underneath, line up the coupon that you used right underneath the product. Savings Star will deny some of those, especially in Target. They're probably the worst in Target. But nowhere else are you going to have issues with Savings Star denying any of your receipts. And Ibotta never will. It is not an issue with them at all. Let's see. And, Donna, I'm with you. So there's going to be a lot of changes with Walmart and the way that they're switching savings catcher, the way that they're kind of getting rid of printable receipts. If you want to use Walmart Pay and you want to use Savings Catcher, it's going to make it really difficult to use mobile apps along with a not printable receipt. So I think what we're going to see, because Walmart is so big and because Walmart is actually such a big player in these mobile apps budget, I think we're going to see the mobile app companies alter the way that you submit your Walmart receipts. So I don't think it's going to be a long-term problem. I think it's going to be a short-term problem while they figure out a solution. But, just to explain how Ibotta works alone, Walmart requires brands, big brands, to have a certain marketing budget that is specifically for Walmart. And a good number of them are doing that through Ibotta. So when they come in and they're using, they're saving specific offers in Ibotta, they're doing, they're hitting their Walmart requirement on their budget by doing that. So when you come in here and you click on Walmart, and you're going to see so many things under Walmart that are not under any other store. They are specifically Walmart only offers. And it's just kind of crazy, the numbers that are there. That's how they're meeting their budget to do that. So if you took Walmart out of the picture and none of these stores were able to do that, they were able to have Walmart specific offers in Ibotta. So you're going to end up kind of killing the whole system. And Ibotta does not want to lose that revenue. So long term, it's not going to be a problem. It's just a short term problem while they figure out how to make it work with no printed receipt. But it is kind of crazy that they're doing it in the first place. Let's see. Oh, I got you. So on Fetch, Kelly, the ones that say when you spend $10, they're going to look at how much you purchased of the product across the board. And honestly, Fetch, they've got a little computer glitch every now and then. But their system, when you scan a receipt in Fetch, it can't even really understand how the sales come off on some receipts. So I've scanned receipts in Fetch, and it's given me, it'll say that I bought way more than I bought in Publix because it's counting the whole value of the item. And it's not counting the minus part for the BOGO. So I wouldn't be surprised on some of those buy $10 deals if you were nowhere near the $10 purchase and Fetch still gave it to you. Just because that's how they work. But they are not going to factor in that coupon at all. They're just going to look at the sale price on the item. So you're good to just buy $10 worth and still get the reward, even if you did use coupons in the store, for sure. Carrie, I would love to see if you could get my husband to do a Q&A. He won't even let me take his picture to share it. So I think he just likes being like Mr. Wilson from Home Improvement. If we could do that, he might get on and share with you like this. But he's a very behind the scenes, but very sweet husband. Yeah. So, okay. I think we're all caught up. So, Paige, thanks. I'll share that too. So on my shopping list, I will highlight items that have mobile apps with them. So when I get home, everything that's highlighted reminds me, oh, these are the ones I need to submit. So kind of just taking that pink highlighter across that Ibotta offer, across that Saving Star offer, it's a really good way to make sure that you don't miss them right there on your shopping list. And it also helps to remind you in the store, maybe to go ahead and unlock the offer if you're in a card-based store too. But it's a good way to make sure you don't miss any of them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pop off. We will be back on same time. I do plan on having a topic next week, though I don't think I've figured it out yet either for next week. So we will have a topic, though you guys did keep me hopping today. I knew you would. I wasn't worried about not having questions to answer. And we'll jump back into any other questions you have too. If you've got questions between now and next week, you can always send me a Facebook message or an email. I'm slightly faster with Facebook messages, just to be honest. But always glad to have you guys send over questions even through the week. So please do that if you've got them. So hopefully this helps you guys. I encourage those of you who've been around for a while to jump in and let's start sharing with folks and start to get them saving. We're hitting Christmas time, guys. So it's time to definitely ramp up the savings so that you can afford what is coming, if that's the case. So hope you guys have a great week, and I will pop in on Wednesday and share all the deals that we got in the store.